What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Saka, and if you're watching this video, you are probably interested in learning how to network and build relationships with complete strangers, whether that be at networking events, parties, outings, expos, conventions, etc. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to properly network and how to accomplish this, whether you're an introvert or not. And so, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you smash the like button if you get some value. Subscribe for all future videos where I talk all things insurance, entrepreneurship, and self-development. And hit the notification bell for weekly videos. And be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And stay till the end of the video for the most important tip. Let's get into it. So we've all been to networking events or outings or expos where most people are the people that are out handing out their business cards and they're shaking hands or talking to multiple people, and it's just like, oh, here's my card, this is what I do. Here's my card, I'm a realtor in Vegas, so if you're ever looking to buy a house, hit me up, right? Or, hey, I'm an insurance agent, if you need insurance, hit me up, And they go with this expectation of just passing out as many business cards as they possibly can and hoping to do a transaction with these people later down the line. It's so transactional and it just doesn't work. And nobody likes those people, if we're being honest. People, you're so much better off if you go to these networking events or expos or whatever with the intention of making genuine friends. And a big point that I want to make across is if you go with the intention of just making friends and understanding that you're probably not going to vibe with everybody, right? You're going to probably shake 50 hands and maybe you only connect with one or two people where you genuinely vibe with one or two people. That's okay. If you think about all the friends that you have right now, you met them and you vibed with them at one point in time, and you probably met them along with several other people, hundreds of people over the years, but you managed to stay in connection with a handful of people. Understand that, know that going into these events, you're not gonna vibe with everybody. Some people are gonna be transactional, some people are gonna shake your hand and act like you're unimportant and just keep it pushing, and that's okay. Those aren't the people that you wanna network with anyways. You are there to make friends and to build relationships with people, and you're in it for the long game. So before we get started on this, I just wanted to just get that through to your head that everywhere you go, make a friend. Be friends with people first. You're not there to sell your product. You're not there to, this is what I do, guys. Like, nobody likes those people, okay? So make sure that you're going in with the right mindset that I'm here to make some friends and to build some long-term connections, and you're gonna be so much better off. Another quick point that I wanna make is that the best places to go to network are actually places that aren't titled networking events. I think networking events are probably the most awkward. If you can go to your friend's birthday party, or if you can go to your friend's comedy show, or if you can go to somewhere where you're going for every other reason but to network, but then to connect with the people that are there, you're gonna be better off and you're gonna build better relationships that way. I think of other things like masterminds where you're paying a premium to get around a room of people that are typically on the same level or same frequency or in the same level of business as you. And those are the people that are easier to network with because you are all paying that premium to be there. That's why I think all sorts of, expos and seminars and things in your industry are important to go to because you do get to connect with like-minded people and the networking is a little bit easier. But if you can go to events that actually aren't titled networking event, I think you're going to be better off. And so I did want to get that out before I proceed. So events and getting to know strangers can be awkward, but you don't have to be. And follow the following tips because they're going to help you. The first tip is look good and feel good. If you look good, you are going to feel good, and which also means you're going to perform good. I kind of stole that from Deion Sanders. He used to say in football, if you look good, you feel good, you perform good, and they pay good. My whole thought process with that is that if you look good, you're going to feel more vibrant, you're going to feel more approachable, and make sure that you look good so that way you feel good and that you can connect with anybody and everybody, right? I know that when I feel ugly, I am not as confident and that I'm not, willing to put myself out there as much. And so make sure you look good, that way you feel good. This one's an obvious, smile, okay? I'm gonna try and smile as I talk throughout this video. If you look like, or if you're smiling, then you're gonna feel approachable, or you're gonna look approachable, that is, and more people are gonna want to come up to you. Why? Because people like happy people like positive people. Nobody is gonna come up to or feel, the desire to talk to somebody that's just kind of, this. Even if you're sitting by yourself, look like you're having a good time, smile. It's gonna be a major key in helping you better network. Eye contact, okay? Eye contact and initiation, okay? My rule is that if you make eye contact with somebody and you see them, you want to smile and you want to initiate, okay? Make eye contact. As you're walking by people, you don't want to, look this or be on your phone. No, you want to be there and be present, okay? Maybe I should have said be present, but if you are in a networking setting or in a room of people that you want to get to know, be present. And if you make eye contact with somebody and you're able to smile with them, initiate the conversation. I'm gonna give you a couple conversation starters here in a sec, but make sure that you're the one that initiates, even if it's like a, hey, hi, how you doing? And even if you're just walking by somebody and you just say, hey, how are you? And you're coming off as friendly, maybe you might stumble across that person later in the evening or later in that event, and it's gonna be a little bit more of a warmer approach because you've already kind of broken down those walls by acknowledging them, right? Acknowledging their presence by you being present. So make sure that you're making eye contact with people, that you're smiling, and that you're the first one to initiate any sort of conversation, as awkward as it is. Even if it's a quick, hey, how you doing? That will empower you and make the situation a lot easier to, like I said, break down those walls. All right, now you've initiated a conversation with somebody. You will want to ask questions. This is so obvious, but you want to ask questions. Hey, what's your name? What do you do? How? Why did you get into that, right? What brings you here, right? What are you looking to get out of this, right? If it's a networking event, what are you looking to get out of this? And then just ask them questions, ask people questions, get to know them. And the most important thing is keeping the conversation off of you. Okay, you want people to talk about themselves, I got into real estate because of X, Y, and Z. I got into it about 5 years. I've been in the industry for 5 years. Oh, okay, what brings me here? I got invited by my friend Arthur, and so I'm here, to support him. And you want to ask questions. What are you looking to get out of this if it's a networking event? And by understanding why they're there, maybe you can help them in one way, shape, or form. And so you won't be able to identify that unless you ask questions, okay? You can be an introvert and ask people questions and just be a good listener. And which leads me to my next tip, is called deflecting, okay? When you're asking questions to people, you will want to deflect the conversation off of yourself. What I mean by that is that if I ask you a couple of questions, a set of questions, hey, what are you doing? Or how are you doing? What do you do for a living? How'd you get into that? What brings you here? And you get to talk, and at some point, the conversation is going to shift back on me. At some point, it might be later in the evening, it might be later in that conversation, but at some point it's like, well, what do you do, right? And what brings you here? And that's when it's your opportunity to talk about what you do and what brings you here. But I would encourage you to keep it short. Keep it short, sweet, and concise, and then deflect and put the microphone back in their face and ask them questions, okay? You want to vaguely mention what you do and why you're there, but keep the conversation focused on the people that you're trying to get to know, because people at the end of the day, they really don't care about what you do. They don't care. They're there just, oh, that's cool, yeah. You don't want to go into your whole sales pitch either. It's like, yeah, I sell insurance. If you need auto, home, or life insurance, go ahead and reach out to me. You don't want to be that person, okay? Because nobody gives a crap about what you do. Keep the conversation geared towards the people that you're trying to get to know. And let me go back to my original point. You're not going to vibe with everybody. You're going to deal with some douchey people where it's just like they're so uninterested, or they're not even going to have the decency to ask you questions back. Those aren't the people that you want to get to know either, or anyways. So it's okay. Understand that you're not going to vibe with everybody, and some people are just, they're not even going to reciprocate some of the questions that you're asking, and that's probably not the people you want to get to know anyway. So deflect. Ask questions, deflect. the conversation away from you and gear it and steer it towards them. Lastly, and one of the most important tips is to connect with these people. And what do I mean by that? Okay, you have got to get their business cards. You have got to ask them if they are on social media. And what I would tell you is get their business cards and let them know that, hey, Roger, is this your phone number? I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you a text. Is that cool? Awesome, I'm gonna go ahead and text you right now, bro. And connect. Oh, you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Oh, let me add you on there too. Make sure you connect. And I would also tell you that business cards are pretty much dead in 2021. Business cards are dead. Like, who the heck uses them? I know they collect dust. I throw them away, if I'm being honest. Like, if somebody gives me their business cards, I'm like, oh, that's cool, for sure. Awesome. I get home, I put it on my counter or my desk. It sits there until I decide to throw it away, okay? Business cards are dead. But if you can get their information and say it on the spot, are you on Facebook? Or are you on Instagram? You on TikTok? Whatever. Connect with these individuals. And the most important part of this whole thing is to not just connect with them, shoot them a text, find them on all the social media platforms. The most important thing is to, once you are friends with them on those social media platforms, is to show love, okay? If Facebook says it's their birthday, show love. Send them a happy birthday text, right? Show love on their posts. Heart it, like it, you know what I mean? Laugh at it, reshare their stuff, right? Show love to these individuals because it's gonna show them that you actually care and you're trying to help them promote whatever they've got going on. That's the most important part, okay? The second key to showing love is, or to connecting with these people, is to show love, but to also let your personal brand do the rest. And what I mean by that is that if you're posting content, if you're posting funny, inspirational, positive, informative content, you know, your brand is going to do the rest because they're going to see you. And all connections really start with just eliminating those contacts. You ever hear that it takes like 9 to 12 contacts to complete a sale? It's almost the same with relationship building. If people can see you on a regular basis and you pop up on their feed, and you're gonna pop up if you're showing love and they're showing love back, they are going to feel connected to you. They're gonna feel like they know you, and you're gonna be so much better off than the person that's just handing out business cards at these events because nobody likes that person. What are you gonna do to stand out? What are you gonna do to really connect with these individuals? Make sure you're showing love, and then let your personal brand do the rest. So those are my tips, guys, for networking, and that's what's worked for me. I have networked with people at events or all sorts of different, on all sorts of different occasions where they have come back to do business with me in one way, shape, or form in the future. Sometimes it takes 3 years, sometimes it takes 4 years, 5 years, right? But people are paying attention to you, and as long as you show love and you're of value to these people, at some point, they're gonna wanna do business with you. And that's the key to networking, in my opinion. But the most important tip, guys, is to play the long game. You're not there to do a quick transaction. If you go to a networking event or any sort of expo or whatever, where there's people that you're trying to get to know, if you shake 50 people's hands, but you made a deep connection with 1 or 2 people, that's all that matters. Those 1 or 2 relationships are the ones that are the only ones that are gonna matter out of all 50 people. And so you're looking for that one connection, that one person that you vibe with, and that that you're looking to provide value with for the long haul. So play the long game. That's the most important key, guys, is play the long game. Nobody likes transactional people. Be known for who you are versus what you do, and get to know people for who they are, not what they do. Because industries change, right? You might be an insurance agent right now, you might be a real estate investor later, okay? Be known for who you are and not what you do, okay? So I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you haven't yet, subscribe for all future videos. Smash the like button if you haven't already. And I really appreciate you guys. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Thank you, guys. Peace.